discuss first this Boston Consulting Group growth share matrix. This is referred to in short as BCG matrix. This is an important matrix in marketing. As you could see here, a small brief this thing about this BCG matrix. It was developed by the Boston Consulting Group company, a well-known consulting firm, and it was first published in this Journal of Long Range Planning in the year 1977. Okay. So what does this matrix give? It plots the market share of a company. It is actually the relative market share, market growth rate against the relative market share of the company. Why it is called relative market share? Because it is relative with respect to the leader. As you can see in this graph is a semi-log graph. That is, on the x-axis it is on the logarithmic scale, on the y-axis it is on the normal scale. So on the x-axis you have the relative market share, on the y-axis you have the market growth rate. Any company which is operating in the market, we divide it or we bring it into different compartments and call it by SBUs. What is an SBU? An SBU stands for a strategic business unit. What is the objective of this strategic business unit? The objective of this strategic business unit is it has its own product line, it has its own competitors, and it has a manager for marketing strategic planning. It is to devise marketing strategies, strategic planning, etc. So these three characteristics of an SBU we make use of and divide company into different SBUs. Take for example Bharat Electronics in Bangalore. It caters to so many defense products, and an SBU can be tailor-made to that defense products division only. Similarly, with respect to ITI, you can have an SBU with respect to telephones, you can have an SBU with respect to defense. So this is how you bring a company into different SBUs. Taking these SBUs into account, this BCG matrix is drawn. As I mentioned, this is a matrix of the market growth rate against the relative market share. The x-axis being on the logarithmic scale and the y-axis being on the normal scale. The dividing line is n% here. If you see this graph is divided into 4 compartments. The first compartment is called question marks, the second compartment is stars, the third compartment is cash cows, the fourth is dogs. Any market which has a growth rate of 10% and above is considered to be good in any context. So it fits in the Indian context also. This matrix is drawn for a hypothetical company, and this matrix, when it is drawn for a hypothetical company, you can see in this matrix that there are 3 SBUs which are in the question marks. What do you mean by saying there are 3 SBUs in the question marks? To put it in the simple English language, they are trying to find their feet in the market. So you have launched a product and that product has entered the market. Now when the product has entered the market, till it stabilizes, you do not know what is going to happen to that particular SBU. So any SBU which enters the market initially will be in the question marks. So for this company, when this diagram was drawn by BCG matrix, they had in mind a pharmaceutical company, and for this pharmaceutical company, these 3 SBUs were shown. So 1, 2 and 3. They were trying to find their feet in the market. So whenever an SBU is in the question marks stage, depending upon how strong it is, you pump in money to build that market. So the SBU objectives should be to build for question marks. You want that company SBU to move from question marks to stars. You don't want it to go away. Suppose it goes away, let us say a product introduced. From the question marks itself, it vanishes. Then you won't find that SBU at all in this PCG matrix. So before it vanishes, it may go to docs and then vanish. So if you see this particular diagram, you have got 3 SBUs which are in the question marks, and for these 3 SBUs, the objective should be of the company to move these SBUs stars. In order to move them to stars, you require pumping in of investment, whether it is with respect to promotion, whether it is with respect to incentives or any other type of program. So, the marketing communication mix you are trying to emphasize upon and trying to ensure this SBU objective when it is in question marks, you want to build that SBU so that it can move towards stars. When the SBU moves towards stars, you would like that SBU to be as long as possible in the stars. That is, you would like to prolong the life of that SBU in the stars. Any SBU which moves from the question marks to the stars may after some time or will after some time move towards the cash cow. So when it goes towards the cash cow, what is the type of objective you will adopt? If you see this diagram, there is one SBU of this company which is in the cash cow, and that cash cow is almost the leader in the market. It is moving towards 10x. If you see here, this is when it is moving towards 10x, it becomes the market leader. When it becomes the market leader, the objective of that SBU for the objective for the company with respect to that SBU should be to hold on. So you don't require a lot of investment for that cash cow. Still you get money out of it. And when you get money in terms of revenues, when you get good amount of returns from this SBU, to hold on to this cash cow, and this type of strategy you will adopt for a strong cash cow. How do you identify a strong cash cow? You identify a strong cash cow depending upon its position in the market with respect to the leader. When it is moving towards 10x, it is almost the leader in the marketplace, and you want to milk that cash cow to the maximum possible extent. From the cash cow stage, an SBU moves towards dogs. Suppose the cash cow was not a very strong cash cow, let us say. Suppose it was here, then it is a weak cash cow. When it is a weak cash cow, you have two options. One is to harvest that cash cow, that is to get the maximum possible returns from that cash cow, or get a salvage value from that particular cash cow, because you know that it is moving towards dogs. When that SBU is moving towards dogs, before it moves towards dogs, when it is in the cash cow, it may fetch you a higher return vis-a-vis when it moves towards dogs. Suppose you are not able to prevent it from going to dogs, let us say, that also happens with respect to SBUs. Then what should you do? These SBUs which are in dogs, they are candidates for divesting. That is, try to get as much salvage value as possible because they are a drag on the company's profits. It can also be the case with respect to question marks. When some of these products which you are trying to introduce with respect to the market, you are not very confident that you can move it to the star. So, in the question marks stage itself, you may like to divest these SBUs. So, this divesting strategy can be adopted for question marks and dogs, which are a drag on the company profits. Now, a few points about strategic planning. What do you do in strategic planning with respect to markets? You create a viable fit between the organization's objectives and its changing market opportunities. You create a viable fit between the organization's objectives and its changing market opportunities. In other words, you are keeping a constant eye on this changing business environment. So, marketing manager has to keep his eyes and ears close to the market always. In other words, he cannot be complacent at any time, especially when the market is competitive like what it is in the Indian context now. Now, when you are operating in such a market and you are planning for this strategic planning activity, what are the keys? The keys are three. One is the investment portfolio. The second one is the future profit potential. Third is the strategy. These are the keys with respect to the SBUs. Investment portfolio, future profit potential and strategy. Using these keys, you decide on the marketing strategies. So the strategic planning, you decide using these keys. This is a very good matrix for an initial startup or an initial analysis of the market for any company. Using this matrix, you can superimpose other matrices. It can be the McKinsey matrix or it can be other matrices. But for this particular course, we will stay put with this BCG growth share matrix because it is ubiquitously used by most of the companies. Any company in the market would like to first use the BCG growth share matrix to find out how its SBUs are with respect to the market leader. Where do they stand? And depending upon where they stand, the companies might like to change their strategies or draw their strategies or redraw their strategies. So all these things are possible. So this is a wonderful way of visualizing the market in terms of SBUs. So you put it into different compartments and depending on what is the product or the product line, the competition it is facing, you keep a person in charge of the strategic planning for that particular SBU. So you create an SBU depending on your product line, how much it is going to contribute to your total sales revenue. Sometimes you may find that one SBU may be contributing more than 30% towards your total sales revenue. What does that mean? It means that this SBU you should be giving maximum attention. You cannot allow this SBU to slide down because it is going to impinge on your sales revenue. So this is a wonderful matrix which was put initially by the BCG company and used now also by almost all the companies which are operating in the competitive market. Why are we considering this matrix here? Even though we may be in 2019, we find many of the Indian companies not using this matrix. Though the scenario is fierce competition, many of our Indian companies are not aware of some of these techniques which are used by the Western companies. So it is high time that we also, that is Indian companies also, make use of these matrices to keep abreast of what is going on in this competitive market. We cannot afford to lag behind. So this is this BCG growth matrix which is very